You are all woken, as you are every day, with the lights turning on automatically in your windowless, sterile rooms. Around you, you see the same four steel walls, the single bed, the simple desk. The door slides open, and your handlers arrive to bring you to breakfast. You are sat at separate tables and served a simple, nutritious breakfast with a side of orange juice. You have 15 minutes to eat, at which point you are bid to stand, and your handlers bring you all into a briefing room with a mirrored wall ahead of you. You are each given a chair, while your handlers stand behind you. Some time has passed since your last dive together. As you wait for the debrief, please remind us who you are and what each of you look like. Let's begin with Agent Draper.
Hello, my name is Agent Draper. I'm a 6 foot white guy with scraggly hair, unkempt features, and on this day appears particularly irate. He's not necessarily violent, but he certainly has a clenched jaw, pursed lips. He just does not look happy, and he's just kind of going through the motions.
Agent Cooper at this time is he just very quickly eats his meal. Very average looking guy. Nothing particularly remarkable or noteworthy about him. Kind of maybe not necessarily mouseish, more meek in physical appearance. Withdrawn, huddled, not quite fearful, but not very far from that line. Um, he can feel his heart palpitating at the idea of potentially going back under any day now and recalling vividly what happened the last time and the feeling that his heart had been clenched in an iron grip and he couldn't breathe and terrified of what will happen next time. It is preoccupying every waking thought, and he knows it's coming.
And Agent Harper.
Agent Harper has pale skin that seems more pale because of just the bags under her eyes at this point. Brown hair, nothing spectacular about the cut, but it's just kind of pulled up, like pushed back behind her. Average height, athletic build, and she's just staring down at the floor.
A door to your left opens, and a middle-aged person in a pressed black suit enters, a folder under their arm. They sit and reveal a hostile personality debrief. Agents, this is Michael, last spotted in the abattoir of Blue City. You are to apprehend them and return to control. Any questions?
Draper just slams the folder shut and shuffles it back.
Why? The last guy looked normal. Why does this guy look like a Picasso?
The skills of this particular hostile personality are more aligned with manipulation. It's been difficult to acquire a firm grasp on his aesthetic.
Okay.
Kind of like how we have a not so firm grasp on things, right, Cooper?
No, I'm firm grasp on everything. I'm good.
Harper interrupts at this point. Is he alive?
The person considers your question a moment and says, yes.
And needs to be returned alive?
This is control, Agent Harper. Right is right.
Right is right.
Very good. They look you all over and give another moment of silence, and then stands and smiles and says, "Control will be watching."
One last question, please. What property did he destroy?
That, Agent Cooper, is above your clearance level.
Understood. Thank you.
And they leave.
I want to get to their calmness level. Is that because they suck the brains out of you, or is it because you realize what the hell's going on? That's what I want to know.
Do you say that before they leave the room?
Probably after they leave the room.
Okay.
Harper just looks over at both of you and says, "Well, so much for never seeing each other again."
Yeah, this is out of the ordinary, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm guessing we did such a good job last time that, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maybe.
Anybody know what the word abattoir means?
Slaughterhouse.
That was fast.
Smart man.
Yeah, not smart enough.
Smart enough to survive. You go on any missions since I last saw you? Any dives?
No, you,
Mm-mm.
Harper.
No.
Fucking scared shitless.
Just want to get it over with.
As you say that, you hear the door behind you slide open, and you're not sure which, but one of the handlers gives a gentle and gestures.
Once more onto the breach.
And Draper will get up.
You are all
Yeah.
escorted into the auditorium, the slab, as it is affectionately called. You are all strapped into your tables by your handlers, and nodes are attached to your temples, your chests, your wrists. Finally, your handlers place a mask connected to a large metal tank by a thick tube over your nose and your mouth. A voice, again unfamiliar, comes over a speaker. "Close your eyes. Count backwards from 10. You feel the cool air from the tube hit your face. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, darkness. The first thing you hear is the rain. Agent Draper, you hear muted conversations, the slamming of rubber stamps, and bill counting machines. You smell floor polish, perfume, and money. You open your eyes and you are in the vault of a bank. Agent Cooper. The next thing you hear is the click of a typewriter's keys, the ringing of a phone, and hushed conversation. You smell coffee, whiskey, and freshly sharpened pencils. You open your eyes, and you are sitting behind a desk in a well-appointed office. Agent Harper. The next thing you hear is the clatter of metal as it hits cement, the slamming of a car door, and laughter. You smell motor oil, gasoline, and some kind of metal polish. You open your eyes and you are in an auto repair shop. None of you are surprised to find that you are no longer in your standard issue scrubs. Instead, you wear dark suits. On your left lapel, a small silver pin with a question mark engraved in it. What would you all like to do?
Well, I guess Draper would just kind of duck his head. Doesn't want anyone to suddenly wonder why there's a random man in their safe, and will probably try to make his way out of the building if he can without getting noticed or questioned. Pop his collar and just start making his way.
You step out of the vault, the door is open, and find yourself in not a small bank, but old-fashioned. The marble floors, the gold gratings on the teller stations, the green banker's lamps. There are people standing in line and women with beautiful coiffed hair sitting at the counter and a security guard standing at the front door.
I look at all of them like they're dream people, like they don't have lives. There's some kind of projection or falsity. I try to hold back the desire to ask for help, to beg them to tell me what the hell's going on. And I'll just walk onto the street and probably wait for the other agents to appear to me.
As you step outside, it is, as always, drizzling, misty. The cars are old, but new. And the buildings similar. Short stone buildings and cobbled sidewalks.
Could I stand under the next signpost or something like that and really wish in my mind that there was a street lamp or strong light above me so it seemed like I was illuminated and easy to see?
Go ahead and make for me an access roll.
That's close to 20.
Damn.
You think real hard about the most perfect 1920s noir deep throat light shining down right on you. And suddenly, you are indeed standing under an unreasonably bright, but not uncomfortably bright, street lamp, almost highlighting your presence on the road to your peers.
I just realized I don't have to roll all 4 dice, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I just burned through a lot of beats per minute learning that lesson. Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Cooper just just kind of takes stock of his surroundings real quick, and then just kind of tries to quietly roll the chair back, but the wheels are freaking squeaky as all hell. Mm-hmm. And as soon as that relative silence is pierced, he just shoots up out of the chair and immediately beelines for the door. Just kind of like making extra effort not to look at anybody, keeping his head down, hits the door and immediately gets out on the street and starts looking around for either Harper or Draper. And I'm guessing they'll see Draper.
So you step outside and look around and give me an investigation or an intuition roll. I would also accept logistics or navigation.
I can do that. That is a 12.
Yep. You almost immediately spot a too bright light, mist almost dancing off of it. You don't see Draper because there's people walking down the sidewalk, but you're pretty sure if anybody's making a bright light in the middle of the city, you know who it is.
Yep. Just gonna... and just kind of beeline for the light.
I shine bright like a diamond, Cooper. Just accept it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you find him easily, thanks to his spotlight.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
It looks normal, just like an overpowered light.
The only one in the entire city. I mean, listen, it's not the worst idea you've ever had.
Thank you. I will take that as a compliment. Just be a little nice to me, Cooper, okay? I'm depressed.
Are you?
Yes. Between extremely upset and depressed. Yes. Upset, I mean angry.
All right. Well, go easy on you. I'm sorry.
Have you seen Harper?
Harper, again, doesn't open her eyes right away. She's memorizing the smell first, and then once she opens her eyes, memorizing just the area around. And once I feel that's been sufficiently memorized, I turn on my heels and I head for the street.
You walk out the door, the garage door, and for a moment, just the briefest of moment, something triggers a memory, and it's right there on the edge of your brain. But it's gone again. And you step into the mist of Blue City. And again, I will ask an investigation, intuition, logistics, navigation. Take your pick. Trying to find your peers in this moment.
13, and if it matters, it's investigation.
Okay. You look around, and you step out of the way as a very nice Lincoln with like one of the angels up front pulls into this garage a little quicker than you'd expect. But as that catches your eye, you look beyond and you see a spotlight in the distance down the road, reflecting off of one of the buildings.
There's one moment where I just kind of glance back at the garage again, squint, shake it off, and beeline for the spotlight. Did you talk to anyone?
Hell no.
Just this guy, and I point to Cooper.
Good. We're just gonna stand here, or
I was kind of enjoying it, to be honest.
Oh god. Yeah, let's get going.
Can we expect this person to look like the photo? It's going to be very easy
I
if that's
hope
the case.
not.
I really fucking hope not. That's gonna be a mind fuck.
I hope so. It'll be interesting.
Hey, why are you depressed?
You're depressed?
What? First of all, thank you for airing my dirty laundry, Cooper, in front of Harper. I didn't say that was okay, but...
Oh, you didn't say... I'm sorry.
I'm fucking
sorry.
with you. I'm fucking with you. Yes, I'm depressed. Why do you think I'm depressed? What the hell are we doing? We've gone over this a million times the last time we saw each other.
Yeah,
I'm angry that nobody is telling me why I can't go outside and why I don't remember who the hell I am.
Oh, so that hasn't got any better.
No, if anything, it's gotten stranger because I think somebody's trying to communicate with me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Never mind. Let's just do our job.
Yeah, no, let's go. I don't want to talk about that. At all. Hey, we gotta find a phone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Go find a phone. I will look for like a cafe or like a diner, because they typically had like in this era that we seem to be in, this timeless era, there was typically payphones and the like in there.
You look around, and you do in fact spot a diner that is potentially familiar to Agent Harper.
Ooh.
Because they were stuck in the closet during your last dive of this particular
Yeah, that's where I
diner.
came in last time. Yeah.
But there is indeed a payphone on the kind of the back wall of this diner. There's booths and the counter and stuff, but you don't have to ask to use it. It's just there.
Okay. Yeah, I will step in and pick up the phone.
Make your access roll, please.
With pleasure.
Draper's just going to ask for a coffee black to go.
Do you?
Yeah.
Great. Everybody move an item from one container
God.
to the other.
Damn it.
And the young woman at the counter, whose hair is cutely bobbed, she's got like a pinstripe uniform on and a little cap. She says, "Oh, absolutely, sugar." And she goes and she gets a little paper cup and sets it in front of you. And she stands waiting for you to pay.
Yeah, thanks, love, and I'll put $2 down. I assume a coffee in this time period is not very much.
Yeah, absolutely. You pull money out of your pocket and you give it to her, and it seems to be sufficient. She says, well, thanks there. And you have a coffee.
I rolled a 12.
The phone rings a couple times, and you hear, "This is Control."
Yes, hi, this is Cooper. We're here, and we've rallied and are proceeding to the target location.
I'm impersonating him to Harper.
Very good, Agent Cooper. Thank you very much. Good luck. And the line disconnect. Oh,
fuck. He'll hang up.
Yeah. Everybody move an item from one container to the next.
What did I do?
Who says you did
You
anything?
existed.
I don't know.
Agent Draper, you have been handed a coffee. It smells like coffee.
If I put it to my lips, is it hot?
Yeah.
I let it burn my lips a little bit, and then I just take a sip.
Tastes like coffee. It's pretty decent, actually.
I was looking more for just something the pain to kind of wake me up. But yeah, I'll turn to Cooper and say, all right, are we good? What's next? We find a train, right?
Yeah, we go see the guy in the straw hat, get our tokens, and get on the train. Trolley.
It's all very neat, very orderly, very monotonous.
Yeah, probably for good reason. Do you see how wonky shit can get here?
Why does it get wonky? Is it their fault? Is it just because? I mean, we don't know anything. We're just automatons.
Yep, and it's great.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, are you fed?
That's the barometer? Am I not hungry?
No, that was part one of a multi-part series of questions. Are you fed? Is there a roof over your head? Are you warm?
You sound like my dad.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So I'll preemptively apologize.
You're not fulfilling my emotional needs, Cooper. That's what I'm trying to get at.
You want a fucking hug? I don't know. What do you want?
Yeah, a hug would be nice, to be honest with you. I haven't been hugged in who knows how long.
Come here, man.
Really? Oh. Yeah, I'll hug him.
Harper walks out.
Yeah.
Like the entire diner just starts clapping for some reason.
All right, let's go.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah.
All right. You step outside, into the mist, into the road. Where do you go?
The newsstand, right?
We need tokens, right?
That's where we get them from. The only guy we're allowed to talk to, apart from the hostile personality.
Okay. You make your way down the street, and eventually you see a newsstand with a little sign in the shape of a little trolley.
Cooper, make Harper walk up this time.
I was gonna let you, Harper, if you're want to go.
Yeah, Harper, you want to do something other than staying around and look mean?
Are you
Listen.
afraid?
Of you, maybe.
Yeah,
That's
Harper.
fair.
I was really glad we had Harper last time.
She didn't hug me, so I don't feel the same way about her.
I'm pretty sure that fucker would have beat both of us to death.
You're saying if it wasn't for Harper?
Yeah, goddamn right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just wish she'd lighten up a little bit. She hasn't said a damn thing since we got here.
Are you okay, Harper?
Yeah. Excuse me, and I'll walk up to go get our trolley tokens.
Oh, you can cut the
You-
tension with a knife.
You step up to the counter, and Clarence sits up, kind of stretches, and tips his hat at you. Hey, I remember you. You won dive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
One dive.
Nice.
We need to get to the slaughterhouse district.
Oh! Yeah. All right. And he reaches down under the counter and pulls out the box and rifles along and holds out a hand to you. Do you want him, or what are you doing?
Is he handing me all of them? Or...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah.
Just give a little nod, thanks, and
He
turn
holds out a hand.
and-
Don't forget, you gotta pay for the tokens, kid.
Forgetting, because I didn't prepare to have money, reach in my pocket and pull some out.
Yep.
Right, sorry.
No worries. You're fresh. And he takes it. Thanks. Good luck.
Thanks. Walk over and I toss the tokens to each of them at the same time.
Jesus Christ.
Try to catch it.
Just checking your reflexes.
My reflexes are good, ready to go.
You step down the street. In what direction? Are you going the direction he told you last time, presumably? Okay. And eventually, you find your way to the trolley station. Same phone booths, same map, same tracks. You stand there, and you wait. And eventually, the trolley arrives. The doors hiss open.
We'll step
After
in.
you.
Yeah.
Give him the token, Draper.
Oh, yeah. I'll give him the token. She forgot to
Clanks
pay.
into the
It's just
box.
like, you don't think about it.
That's fair. Falling behind him, pop it in the box.
Yeah, same, coming in last.
All right. As Harper drops her token into the box, the door slides shut. The trolley starts moving.
As it gets going, I think Draper, there's that bit of silence as it gets going, and we're heading in the direction, and he kind of looks down the trolley and looks to the other two agents with him, and says, I have to admit, I am feeling a little bit better. Just being out, seeing you guys again, bullshitting. I don't know. I guess that's how these agents just kind of get used to it. This is all they know, so they appreciate what they have.
Can I ask you something?
Me? Yeah, what?
Do you think this is... I mean, obviously on its surface it is, but deep down, do you think any of this is any different from the way it is out there?
I
mean,
don't...
You wake up, you eat, you work, you go home, you sleep, you wake up, you eat. How is this any different?
I mean, I'll ignore the existential dread that is creeping up inside of me, but I don't think that's what life is like. I mean, I don't think that's what it was like for me. I feel like I was probably a pretty adventurous person, like skydiving on the weekends and shit. I don't know. I'm just naturally repelled by whatever's going on.
Look at where we're at, though, man.
Yeah.
Who else is doing this?
No one else is doing what we're doing.
I mean, no one else outside our group.
Am I meant to feel special?
I mean, a baseline acknowledgement of our unique circumstances probably wouldn't kill you.
Okay, fine, but I also I see no reason why they have to hide so much from us. Why can't we see our families if we have them? Why can't we know who we are? There's a prison-like aspect to all of this.
I know who I am. Harper knows who she is, I guarantee it. I've never met somebody so self-assured in my goddamn life. That's a compliment, by the way.
I know my name isn't Draper. I know that we're supposed to have first names.
Yeah, agent.
Sometimes you're so goddamn thick.
Don't ask questions. I can't. We can't. We can't ask questions. It's the one thing we can't do.
Harper, what have you done since we last saw you?
Probably the same thing you've done,
Stare at the toilet?
or the wall, or the floor, or the ceiling.
I've started adding notches under my chair. Sometimes there's more than there should be. Sometimes there's less.
I immediately start busying myself looking around, like seeing like who else is in the trolley.
That's a good question.
You look around, and the trolley this time is empty.
Oh,
It is just the
okay.
three of you. You look out the window, and it's a repetition of cityscape and, row houses and farmland and beach and cityscape and row houses and farmland and beach. Make a intuition roll for me.
That is a failure.
Okay. As you watch, it's almost hypnotic. Oh, also everybody move a bead from one thing to the next. It's almost hypnotic. And for a moment, that existential dread that Draper mentioned, you get almost vertigo as you see a dark line on the horizon. But it's not nighttime darkness. It's not a storm. It's almost void. Nothingness. You feel like if you stare at it too long, you might just fall in.
Are you all right? You look like you're going to pass out.
Oh God, I don't like that at all. I'm just like, he says this out loud, and he's just kind of like looking down at his legs, and just kind of rubbing his hands together. Motion sick. I'm gonna go with motion sick. Yep, I'm going with motion sick.
He's motion
Did you
sick,
say
Harper.
you're a little nauseous?
Yeah, that's what motion sick means. Why you say it
Little
like
dizzy?
that? Fuck, we're not supposed to. Oh fuck, we're supposed to have control about that.
Oh, yeah, the memo you're talking about.
Yeah, oh God, what was it? Like nausea, dizziness, deja vu, fucking
Indigestion,
upset stomach, diarrhea.
I would have contacted them regardless if that was happening. All right, grab a phone. I guess next stop.
All right. Here we
Just
go.
don't throw up or anything on us.
Start thinking first. Oh no, cell phones would be out of place. Okay, I'm gonna wait till we get to our next stop.
As you think about getting to your stop, the trolley begins to slow, and there is a ding as the door slides open,
Good work,
and you
Cooper.
find yourself at a trolley station at the abattoir.
Payphones.
Mm-hmm.
Before they stand up, I put my hands up for a second, and I look from Draper's eyes to Cooper's eyes, back to Draper. What did you mean by someone was trying to contact you?
Oh, I don't want anything to do with this.
You have to go throw up. Why don't you go take care
Yep,
of that?
I'm gonna go make a call. I'm gonna go make a call. You two chat this out.
I don't know if I should tell you this because who knows if they're listening. Maybe I'm just lying. Maybe I'm just making it up. Maybe I'm hallucinating. Who knows what the hell's going on in our brains?
What did you hear?
I didn't hear so much as I read. Somebody's leaving
What do you-
notes in my room under the chair where I leave the nicks in the chair.
Are you sure it's not you?
No, I'm not sure it's not me. But I know that I find them. There's only been one. Well, technically two. It has to do with Cooper, actually. I wasn't sure if I should share it with him, so I actually do appreciate you stopping me. They said that the message said that Gardner is still alive. Cooper said that Gardner was his guy, his mentor. I don't know how to take it. I don't know if it's truth. I don't know if it's a lie. I don't know if they're screwing with me. But I've been holding that for the last couple of weeks. I had to say it.
Even if it is the truth, what are you supposed to do with that information? Why? To
They said in their first letter, he's alive, trust no one. I thought that it was someone related to me. I don't know. I'm trying to piece this puzzle together however I can. So I asked a question back. Who is he to me? And all they responded with was, Gardner is still alive. I don't know. I've given up, Harper. Like, let them do whatever they want. If I'm a drone, I'm a drone. Whatever. I'm sick of it. Shall we go check on Cooper? Or do you have anything more to ask me?
you still plan to keep it from him?
I don't know. Should I? Should I tell him? You're shaking your head no, I guess. You're very subtle.
I wouldn't.
Okay, all right. I mean, I see how nervous he is. I don't want him to, like, get sick again. But it is Gardner. It's his guy. I don't know. I would imagine maybe he'd want to know.
I don't think he can handle it. Because again, what are we supposed to do with it? Hey, buddy, your mentor is still alive. What, do you want to look for him? That was rhetorical.
At first I thought it would maybe break him out of this, like, I'm happy to be a drone thing, but yeah, you're right. It doesn't help anybody. All right. Are we done?
Yeah, we're done. And I get up and look for wherever Cooper ran off to make a phone call.
First, before you do that, two things. One, everyone move an object from one container to the next. Next, Agent Cooper. You run off the trolley, and you find the banks of phones. And you go to step into a phone booth, but as you do, you go to push it open, but then someone pushes it open from the inside, and you come face to face with a woman. She has brown, wavy hair under a hat, wearing a gray suit, carrying a book under her arm. She is immediately familiar, because you saw her on the trolley last time. Her eyes are very wide as she bumps into you, and she says, "Oh, sorry. It's all yours." And she steps around you and walks down the street.
Yeah. Cooper like says nothing. I think the most he does is like a thumbs up and then ducks into the phone booth.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Go ahead and roll your access roll.
With pleasure. It's going to be a 13.
The line rings for a moment. We move an object from one container to the next. The rain begins to fall just a little bit heavier. and then the line connects.
This is Control.
Yes, hi, Control. This is Cooper. Got a problem. I'm nauseous, dizzy on the trolley. Your memo said to report stuff like that.
Very well done, Agent Cooper. Thank you for your diligence. We will make note.
I think I'm worried about Draper a little bit. I think you talked about false memories.
That is correct.
He thinks he has a first name, or he had a different name or something. I don't know if that's stop making me laugh. I don't know if that's qualifies. And then I just saw the same person I saw in our last dive. So deja vu. Fucking check the box.
First, Agent Cooper. Outside of Control, individuals do traditionally have first names. But I thank you for reporting this to us, that Agent Draper has been speaking about his life prior to Control. Second, some personalities occasionally reappear. Do not engage with them, do not speak to them outside of the one designated contact. If you see her again, please let us know during your debrief following the dive.
Copy that. Control. Thank you.
Thank you, Agent Cooper.
Hang up.
At this point, Harper and Draper emerge from the trolley. You see the back of a woman walking quickly away in the rain, her collar popped up against the cold.
How you feeling?
Better, but that was the lady we saw in the last go around. The book.
Isn't that normal? I mean, we saw the guy at the token stand, right?
Yeah, Control said not to worry about it. That doesn't really qualify as deja vu. Some personalities pop up more than once.
All right, buddy. Well, we should keep going, right?
Yeah, find this fucking Picasso painting gone wrong.
Let's see. I'm curious to see what the prices are in the abattoir district for housing.
I don't think we can read what they put.
Probably not, but I can guess.
Yeah, probably not great.
You step out of the trolley station and arrive at the abattoir proper. The road here is brick, with divots built in where a viscous red liquid runs slowly down towards what seems like a river. The buildings, too, are brick, large and imposing, with iron windows and fire escapes, and massive barn doors that face the roads. A mist hangs in the air beneath the rain, casting a moody weight over the atmosphere. People in heavy boots and overalls and long-sleeve t-shirts and caps walk by. Some carry sturdy metal lunchboxes, others materials, presumably from one building to the next. It is noisy and chaotic, but no one seems to take note of you. Where do you go?
Well, I can see that the nobody's living in this district. Jesus.
Okay, so what do we know about him? It said he was last sighted here. He's eccentric. He's assault and destruction of property. Extremely malleable. What does that even mean, malleable? Like, he can change his shape, I guess. Where would somebody like that hide out?
I mean, it kind of reminds me of our artist friend the last time we were in here, but I don't think that's where we should go.
Right.
Eccentric and malleable.
What
I
sort
kind
of...
of,
Oh,
I don't
go
know.
ahead.
I kind of took that as gullible, but that would be. Maybe I'm thinking of it wrong.
No, I guess I mean malleable. Like, he's easily manipulated, but they said he's manipulative. Or able to manipulate things and potentially himself.
I mean, it's the slaughterhouse district. Maybe he's in a slaughterhouse doing his thing.
He was a fucked up cow. Be wild.
If he had made a cow fucked up,
Or he's a fucking cow. I don't know. Maybe he was hiding out. He's a fucking. I don't know.
he could be hidden as a cow. That is true. Harper, keep an eye out for cows that are looking at us weird.
Will
Is it
do.
literally just slaughterhouses? Like, is that pretty much all that's around here?
It looks like mostly slaughterhouses. Maybe there's other construction here. But you get the vibe of, yeah.
Meatpacking district. It's just like
Yes, exactly.
Can't find like hiring signs because we can't make out the written language. Can I like just like stop and like feel just like I don't know, like get a set, like, I don't know, just like kind of like listen to my surroundings.
Roll for vibes. You want to roll for vibes?
Roll for thank you.
There is in fact an intuition.
Yeah,
If
I'm
you'd
gonna give
like
it a
to try
shot.
that.
I would. I want to give it a shot.
Okay.
Let's see what we do.
I think I might, while he's doing that, I might use my spy ability in the skills tree to kind of like walk up to a door, kind of poke my head in and just see if anything, kind of like spy on the business at hand and see if anything stands out to me.
Smart.
Okay.
I got an 11.
Okay. So between the two of you, Agent Draper, you step into this building and look around, and whatever you imagine the inside of a slaughterhouse to look like, that is what it looks like. Whether that is carcasses hung up being cut with giant saws, whether that is the packaging of said meat or what have you, that is what you see. It doesn't seem off initially. And then you look a little closer. And the animals seem wrong. Too many limbs? Maybe? The shapes are weird. I mean, they're cut up. They're slaughtered animals, but it's impossible to tell where the pieces go together. I want you to make for me an intuition roll, please.
Okay. That's 15.
Not unlike Agent Cooper earlier, though he did not tell you this. You look in the distance, as if trying to look at the other end of the building. And at first you think it's just shrouded in darkness because the walls are high and the windows are high and maybe a light bulb burnt out or there's just too many things hanging. And then you realize, no, that's wrong. It's nothing. There's an impossible darkness at the end of this hallway that almost feels like it's trying to suck you in. And you shake your head and it's just normal again.
If it's really that uncomfortable, I'd probably come stumbling out of the slaughterhouse and like almost like if I've seen a horror show, kind of dragging myself backwards, hoping that one of the agents notices my distress.
Yeah, I think not even saying anything, just grabs you like by the shoulders and pulls you up. What?
There's a lot. There's a lot in there, and yet there's nothing in there. I'm feeling like Cooper. I don't feel good. I feel bad.
Right. I'm gonna just peek I'm not gonna like go in, but I want to look through like the open door into the slaughterhouse.
Looks like a slaughterhouse.
Where's Cooper?
I don't know.
Agent Cooper. You were looking around, trying to get a vibe check, if you will, trying to see if you could sense something, anything. And your eye is drawn to an alleyway between two buildings where you see a painting of a woman on the wall. It's a two-dimensional image, and she's been painted to seem as if she is holding the bottom edge of the wall up, a finger to her lips. Underneath, where she has pulled it up like a curtain, there is nothing but darkness. It's not a painted wall. It's not painted black. It is just darkness.
Does this alleyway look familiar?
No, it does not.
Okay.
But with your successful intuition, you get the sense that that is what you're looking for.
Guys,
I hear him. I hear him whining in the distance.
Make our way over to Cooper.
As you all reconvene, if everyone could move an item from one container to the next.
What'd you find him?
fucking found that.
Does it remind me of the void I saw in the slaughterhouse?
No.
Does it look like that like a void type darkness, or does it just look like a dark hole?
It looks like a dark hole.
Ah. Okay.
Anyone who would like to may make an intelligence roll.
14. I need to knock it off.
Damn, roll the 10.
I did not roll.
Okay. Everyone move one item from one container to the next. Agent Cooper, you're looking at this, and for the briefest of moments, you almost recognize the style of this image. It's on the tip of your tongue, the tip of your brain. There was an artist back that did stuff like this, that would paint in places they weren't supposed to, secretly. Found art. And this seems like something like that.
I think this is it.
I'll kind of
Painting.
I'll turn my back to the painting. I'll be like, the painting or like the hole? They said he is extremely malleable.
I think it's the hole.
Ooh. Who's going in first?
Nose goes.
Oh, that's not fair. Oh, I thought. Fine. I'll make my way over to the hole and kind of stand off to the side. I don't want anything in the hole immediately seeing me. Kind of poke my head in, and then,
It is
slowly,
large enough for you to climb into if you wish.
Yeah, I'll slowly, like put a hand first, and then my whole arm, and I'll make my way into the hole.
It doesn't disappear. It is just very dark, or at least that's how it seems. Nothing grabs you. Just a very dark hole.
As I'm getting into the hole, I'm going to wish I had a flashlight in my pocket.
Roll an access.
Nice.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, that's 12.
Yeah, you feel a weight in your pocket. And there is indeed an old-fashioned flashlight.
I'll just make sure I'm not going to fall into a hole or anything's going to fall on me. And then I might flash behind me like everything's okay.
Okay. Do you both follow?
When I looked into that slaughterhouse, did I see any knives or weapons? Can I just grab one
Oh, yeah.
of those?
Absolutely.
Great.
You can have
would
a
like to do
massive
that.
butcher's cleaver.
I would love
Yep.
that very much. Yes, I'll go in, grab one of those, and I'll follow.
Okay. So does that mean Agent Cooper is the last one left alone outside?
Sure.
Great. What was that, Harper? What is this? I don't understand. Yeah, so you all climb in this hole in the wall. And you emerge, Agent Draper, and then the other two following, in a room with whitewashed walls and a scrubbed wooden floor. A painted wooden table, well worn, is pushed up against the wall, the opposite side to you, with a gingham tablecloth half covering it, upon which sits a pitcher and a plate and a half loaf of bread. There are small portrait etchings on the wall, and a wicker chair rests in the corner, beside a window. In the middle of the room is another wicker chair, next to which lies a banjo.
Looks like some still life shit.
Yeah, good point. No obvious sign of exit besides another window or besides a window?
Yep.
And if I walk over to that window, does it seem like it's just another corner of the building?
This layout does not make sense. So you crawled in this hole in the wall in a massive stone building. And the room that you're in now is pretty small. It's like maybe 10 feet wide. And there's a window with clear white light streaming in. There's no way that window existed on the side of that building because that building kept going.
Anybody know how to play? And I'll gesture to the banjo. I'll pick it up and I'll just start plucking a string at a time just to see if it's in tune.
It is.
I don't know how to play.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to like hit dueling banjos or something.
Yeah, no. If I could, I would, to be honest with you, to pass the time. But no, when I'll just strike all of them at once.
There's almost a liquid shimmer of everything. And you get the feeling that you're close. There's something else. There's something you're missing. If you could just get the picture right.
There's another chair in another part of the room, right?
There's a chair in the middle of the room,
Mm-hmm.
and there is a chair in the corner.
That I picked the banjo up off of, right?
The banjo was next to the chair in the middle of the room.
Oh, I see. So I'm in the middle of the room. The picture. We got to complete the picture. Why don't one of you sit in the other chair, and maybe the other of you mess with the bread on the table? I don't know. We've got to complete a picture. We've got to make this feel done.
Maybe just sit down in the chair with the banjo. See what that does.
I'll do that.
You do that? Do you do anything else?
Keep playing.
I'll strum it again.
The ripples, again, flow over the room. And the window opens. And it
Ooh.
looks into another dark space.
Got ourselves a little puzzle, gang.
I don't fucking
Is the
like
window
this.
big enough to climb through?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
The way he said that. Oh, yeah,
Harper's
it is.
like, son of a bitch, and just walks over and Harper will just start climbing through the window.
Okay.
We did. I'm worried this person is either aware of us coming or I don't want to set off any alarm bells.
I think it's too late for that. I think they probably they know what they're doing, and this is intentional, and they probably were aware the second you strummed that banjo for the first time.
Okay, so in terms of catching them, it's not about any kind of surprise like we had last time. We're going to have to just wait for them to come to us, I guess.
Jump them, yeah.
I want to see you jump somebody.
Sure. Yeah, that'll go over like a fucking fart in church.
Did you say it was dark in here?
I said
I
the
went in?
window was dark.
Gotcha.
When you climb out through the other side of the window, however, you find yourself in a large room. The walls are made of some kind of stone. There's a grand terrace on the wall furthest from you with columns on either side, and a statue stands in an alcove of a woman dancing with some kind of flower on her head. There's a table in the middle of the room with a collection of glass balls and baubles resting on a yellow tablecloth. Beside the table, there is a stool, almost Grecian in its design.
And this still looks like I'm indoors. There's a
Yep.
ceiling as well, even on the terrace.
You go out to the terrace.
Yeah.
You step out onto the terrace, and there's almost a vertigo kind of feeling, and you find yourself standing at the edge of a forest. The sounds of unseen birds and animals surround you, and you see ahead a mighty pine tree forest, but they lack detail. Broad brushstrokes provide the shapes of trees, and the yellows and greens bring them to life, but they're not true reproductions. It's almost two-dimensional.
I think upon just seeing that, I just turn away from it, almost like quickly, as if not wanting to look at it, and I'll just come back in and wait for the boys to come on in.
When you turn around, you see that room from the opposite side, and you see a black void where the window was that you climbed through.
Yeah, we probably took just a minute. Oh, well, he has taste. This is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Did you figure out how to solve it, Harper?
No, I was waiting for you.
Oh, come on. I can't do everything around here.
Why not?
Because I'm the lonely, angry one. I don't want to be doing everything. You guys are the suits.
My heart feels like it's gonna jackhammer out of my fucking chest. Oh god. All right. Sit on the stool.
You sit. Nothing happens.
You look like a Greek god, Cooper.
Thanks, Draper.
The god of anxiety. Okay, let's see. What else? What else we got? What would you find out in this veranda? And I'll start making my way to the veranda.
You step outside and you see the same thing. You're at the edge of a forest that you could walk into if you wished. Same sounds of birds. Same basic, simple shapes and colors.
Lots of happy trees, but I don't know if that's the right way we want to go.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting lost out there. All right, so complete the picture, right? Kind of like last time.
You sat in a stool. What else? And I'm just looking around.
Well, there's this table that has all these baubles and things on it. Anything that makes noise, like a bell or something like that?
So you are looking at this table, and No bell, no instruments or anything like that. Just some glass spheres.
Glass spheres, like the kind like your aunt puts in a drawer, or like some kind of, it looks like something magical, or
Kind of like crystal ball-ish, I
Oh.
guess, but of various sizes.
Anybody know how
Do
to
they-
read a fortune?
Do they have any like flat edges to them, like they look stackable, or
And what does the statue look like again? It's a woman with a fruit basket,
A flower.
a flower. Okay.
Dancing.
And they've got a flower in their hand,
On their head.
on their head.
Almost like Queen Anne's lace coming up Cindy Lou Who style up.
Gotcha.
Does it look like any of the hands could accept something?
No.
No. Okay.
Cooper, you think you can dance?
No. Maybe it's like fucking Venus de Milo. Maybe we got to break off the arms or something like that.
I think we need to break something off. Yeah, we need to dance. That's she's dancing. Put a thing on your head and dance.
No.
This is our job, isn't it? This is a perfectly normal, sane job.
After you.
I come up with all the ideas, and then you guys make me do
Yeah.
all the ideas.
Take the glory, man.
All right, I'll take what I assume. I just make an assumption about one of the crystal balls is maybe better than the other, and I'll try to balance it on my head, and then just try to do a little dance, have it not fall.
Go ahead and make an athletics roll for me.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, that's 14.
You do your little dance, and nothing happens. Except the ball rolls onto the ground and rests just a few feet away from you. And that felt right. Somehow. The bauble falling onto the ground. That seemed correct. Not sure why.
Probably struck for a moment, and then I just reach for the other baubles and throw them off the table.
Oh, you do so. And as the last little ones clink and clink down onto the ground, the sky outside of the terrace changes. You see in the distance a village whose colorful buildings and tall church steeple seem asleep between your hill and the next. Above you, the sky swirls in deep waves of blue, interrupted by white and yellow stars.
Is this all from his imagination or ours, or
I think these are iconic pieces. Like this looks like fuck, what is it? Starry Night? Van Gogh? Anybody?
yeah, I see the resemblances. I don't know, it's another artist, it's another artistic person. Isn't that peculiar?
If everyone could move a marble
Oh shit.
from one bowl to the next.
As we move, or if once we get there, but preferably as we move, if I could take some time to meditate. I think maybe now this is the second rodeo that Draper's been in, and maybe he can start to feel that his heart rate is like right on that edge, and it would be nice to try to calm down a little bit as we walk.
Absolutely. You
Oh.
can absolutely do that.
And when I meditate, how many dice do I roll, or do I roll any at all?
For every commendation point you spend, you can subtract 1d6 from your heart rate.
I'm rolling 3 because I want to stay in that nice pocket. So that's 11 points. Good.
Yeah, I'm just gonna head down into the village, or
Okay.
yeah.
As you begin walking through the tall grass, you notice that something is rubbing off on your slacks and your shoes.
It's pain, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah, God. It's kind of creepy.
Like we're entering a Van Gogh.
Yeah, yeah.
There was an art exhibit. I don't remember when, but I remember it being like this.
Yeah?
Yeah, but now I don't even know if it was implanted in my mind or if it's an original thought. I don't know. Just keep an eye out for this person, Michael.
Yeah. Do we
Village.
see people? Yeah, do we see people in the village?
You don't see people, but you are indeed on the street of a small, sleepy village under a beautiful sky. Some of the buildings, most of the buildings are dark, but a few have light in the windows.
I don't see what this guy's done other than make art.
I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it myself. I mean, this is nice.
Is there a Michael in this village?
Make an access roll, or I would also allow navigation.
I guess I could do that. Let's do it. Both under access. Here we go. That's 12.
As you say that out loud, a door at the end of the road, a house, opens, and you watch as light spills out, but it looks as if some painter has just taken a palette knife and brushed oils across the ground.
Harper, you're the one with the knife.
Yeah, Harper's already walking forward. I think tucking the knife like into my jacket, not just brandishing it around. But yeah, I'll go forward. Charge.
Okay. You step into a beige room with a brown dirt floor. In the middle of the room is a yellow chair. A figure sits in the chair, wearing a loose black suit and red shirt, holding a pair of scissors. Draped across the chair, the person, and all over the floor is what appears to be hair, as if they'd just cropped 10 to 15 inches off and scattered it about the room. The person looks up at you, tilts their head almost an unnatural angle, and says, "Well, this is unexpected." Looks at you.
Guessing you're Michael.
Oui, c'est moi. Welcome. Have you enjoyed it so far?
Honestly, yeah. It's nice.
Fantastic. Art is, after all, one of the great joys of life, is it not?
You can't do this kind of thing outside, somewhere else?
But of course. But why not also do it here, where we dream? Some of the most beautiful
While-
paintings, after all, are never on a canvas.
Is that where you think we are? We're dreaming?
Mais oui. Did you not know?
I had my suspicions. It's nice to get a second opinion, though. I'll look at Cooper and Harper.
While Michael's attention is on like Cooper and Draper as they're talking, I'm just kind of moving around just into like just casually into a flanking position.
Sure.
Yeah, I certainly don't want to leave any windows open or something, so I'm probably also flanking the other side, making sure all the exits are covered.
You
Michael watches.
Yeah. They say you destroyed something.
We destruction of property, they call it. I call it out.
Oh.
You saw my painting on the
Let-
building, no?
Let it sink in, Cooper. We're here because he's at worst a vandal.
These gigantic corporations, these property owners, they think that art can be contained. They are fools.
I don't like this.
What do you mean you don't like this? You don't like this like you don't like the job? Say it. Say what you actually think.
You know why we're here, right? Michael?
Oui. I had a suspicion that you would come.
Go back. Don't do this. Don't rock the boat.
Ah, my friend. What is art? And what is life without rocking the boat? It is nothing. It is meaningless. You do what you have to do. I will not fight you. My art will live on.
Cooper, this is the first guy we've spoken to that is saying things that we've been asking, but let's hang on a minute, okay?
He looks at Harper.
Harper has taken off her pin, but hasn't moved.
Why aren't you afraid? Well, why aren't you concerned about what we're here for? Why aren't you worried for your life?
They think for a moment and looks around at the painting that you are in. You know where we are? What we are in? Where you came from?
Short answer is no.
The self-portrait with the cropped hair, they say, gesturing. Frida Kahlo. Starry Night, Van Gogh. Emily Carr, The Forest Landscape. That you are too afraid to enter. They are all dead, all of them. And yet, they live on forever. You may do what you like to me, but the things I have done in my life, they will live on forever. Can you say the same?
But I want to know if you go away, if we make you go away, do you go away forever or do you just show up somewhere else? Is there another place other than here?
But of course. Men live not only in dreams, but in the world.
I look at Cooper and Harper like we're being held against our will. We're being told, we're being fed bullshit. There's another life out there. There's another world out there that we're not allowed to be a part of because just somebody decided. Let's just get this over with.
I walk up,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
put the pin on Michael, and turn it right.
He hop, disappears.
Thanks, Harper.
Let me ask you something, Draper. Do you feel better or worse?
I'm honestly starting to envy our friend Michael, not because he was cool, but because honestly, I'd like to not exist. Because what is this? What is the point of us just doing this fever dream of a job? These people aren't criminals. He's a graffiti artist. This is ridiculous, and I'm depressed again.
Harper, you put your pin on Michael and you twist and he disappears, and you see the red of their shirt has stained your fingers like blood.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
I'm sure Control's gonna have questions about this whole conversation.
Why? Because you think they hear everything, or because you told them something?
They absolutely hear everything.
And this is just some kind of construct. This is some kind of sick game. It just doesn't make any sense.
Why does it have to?
Because my brain is asking for it. It's been begging for it since I showed up in this place.
What happens if the answers that you want so badly, Draper, what happens if they are infinitely worse than anything you could have ever imagined? Have you ever thought about that?
Yes, I think about it every damn day in my cell. At least I would have the freedom to make a choice up for myself. At least I would know, okay, the world is damned. I might as well just go away with it. Or maybe the world is still worth fighting for. Or maybe I'm being held against my will.
That's fucking cute. You think you're going to have a choice when and if you know.
Yeah, you think you're going to be able to just go away?
Yeah, you'll go away and they'll probably dump your body down a fucking chute.
I was hoping that I would at least meet people who would be willing to think that, yes, we do have a choice in this. And my choice is to not just bend over.
You know what my choice is, Draper?
Probably something lame
that.
like survive.
Yeah, I get to keep breathing.
Congrats.
Pulse.
Real proud of you. Good work. Let's get the hell out of here, please. I'm done.
Yeah, head out.
How do you leave?
Retrace our steps, if that's an option.
If we can, yeah.
Okay. You step back through the self-portrait, starry night, the forest, which you did not go through before, but it seems that things have shifted. It is peaceful and vast and beautiful. And eventually, you find yourself back on the terrace.
I think the only thing I want to point out is that Draper walks slowly and seems to be absorbing the scenery as much as possible, because he's starting to come to the opinion that these are the only nice things he ever sees, are the things that these people he's hunting do. So he's taking it in and trying to enjoy it.
I think Harper catches that. Well, if you like it so much, why don't you stay here? You can be who we come for next.
I didn't think I was that bad of a person. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think that me just wanting something would make it so easy for the two people I'm working with to just want to disregard me and think I'm the enemy.
I don't think you're the enemy, man. Like, Look. I don't want to know. I like having my head up my ass. It's safe, and it's comfy, and it's dark, and I like it. All right? I don't want to know what's going on. Because I, for sure, 100%, and I don't even know how, no. I don't want the answers. I'm not going to like them. You're probably not going to like them either. We've got a life, as monotonous as it may be. We're doing something, and this is of value to someone. Great.
Draper, we got sent to take down a vandal. You think we're going to know anything about anything? You think we're going to get any answers? The only way to get answers, because I want them, is to move up.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The only way to move up is to play the game.
A wry smile slowly starts to form on Draper's lips. It's about the game, yeah. But doing a good job, Cooper. You're right. You're right. You know what? I'm feeling better already. Maybe I'm bipolar. I'm really feeling up and down these last couple days.
Yeah, you're kind of manic.
I'm gonna miss not seeing you
Maybe
again,
it's the
Cooper, for a
paint.
while.
I think it's the paint fumes, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
God. It is nice here.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
We'll be back soon enough.
You think we'll see each other again?
2 for 2.
It's supposed to
Probably
be
not.
unusual. What if they're experimenting? What if they're trying to see what it's like when a bunch of folks just have time with each other?
Cool. I actually like seeing you fuckers.
Don't say that. They're gonna know.
Well, all right. Let's go.
Yeah, I think we'll
Everyone
make our
move
way
an
back to the
item.
trolley if possible.
Yeah.
Everyone move an item from one container to the next. And you step out of the room with the banjo. You climb out of the curtain that has been lifted by the woman on the wall. And you find yourself back outside, where it is snowing.
Oh, fuck.
Make your way to the trolley. Easy enough. And you wait for a moment, and the trolley arrives. The door hisses open.
Is there anyone on the
morning.
trolley?
There is indeed, Agent Harper, a woman on the trolley.
The woman.
Mousy brown hair, a hat, gray suit, reading a book.
With the skills tree, I can't recall if we did this last time, but I have the writer ability, which the agent can understand written material in Blue City.
That is correct.
I want to spend a commendation point and see what she's reading.
Okay. She is reading a book called The House of Leaves.
Oh, okay.
I've heard of that book.
Yep. As we... Oh, fuck. Y'all are a bad influence on Cooper. He'll pay his... He'll drop his token, and as he walks past, he'll say, good book.
First, we're all going to move an item
Yeah, I know.
from
I
one
know.
container to the next. And she looks up and she smiles and she says, "Oh, yes, it's wonderful. It's strange, but I'm rather enjoying it. Have you read it?"
To be honest with you, I can't remember.
What's she reading? And I'm looking between him and her.
House of Leaves, Mark
You're reading House of Leaves?
Z. Danielewski. Yep.
Isn't that book that's like a horror book, a scary book?
Well, it's not that kind of scary, I think. It's hard to describe, and she turns it to you. And Cooper, you can see that the page that she's on, the words they're not jumbled like they are in Blue City. They're jumbled intentionally on the page. The footnotes are like half the page long, and she starts to flip through and she says, "The way he's playing with language is fascinating. The way we interact with the world is just... I'm just very much enjoying it. You could get lost in it, really.
I hear it's a good book.
It is.
Enjoy it.
Do what?
I just said enjoy it.
Oh, enjoy
Oh,
it.
thank you. Yes, I certainly will.
We've seen you before. What's your name?
You've seen me before?
No.
Erica. Sharp. It's a pleasure. And you are?
Cooper.
There's a first name that goes with that, Mr. Cooper?
Coop. Man's had a sense of humor.
Apparently. Well, it's lovely to meet you, all of you. Do you take the trolley often?
Every now and again.
You don't remember us.
I don't think so. Everybody move an object from
Oh
one
no.
container to the next.
No. Okay. Gonna ease off the gas.
Yeah, like Draper's been kind of like looking at Cooper this whole time, like, oh, this is a surprising turn of events. But then we're slowing down.
Yeah. Let's pump the brakes. Deja vu. I'm sorry. You have one of those faces, I guess.
Certainly. The city is so full of people. I don't blame you.
What part of the city do you live in?
Oh, the residential area.
Of course, yeah.
Well, have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your ride.
You as well. And she goes back to her book.
Well, that was a little unusual, Cooper. I don't mean her, I mean you. What was the need?
Y'all are a bad fucking influence on me. I wanted to know.
Just
And
like
it
I
wasn't-
want to know.
And it wasn't that bad.
Sounding a lot like my train of thought.
What's the weather like outside?
Still snowing.
It does that, though. It did that last time.
Started snowing? The weather change? What do you mean?
Yeah. It seems like last time it was drizzling. Started raining harder. And just when we were on our way out, it started snowing, and it's doing it again, like fucking clockwork.
It's just like an old record or something. It just repeats.
Anyone may make an intuition roll if they wish.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Why not?
Now let's do
Why
it.
not? That's 11. I'll take that.
I got a 12.
12 as well. That's what I'm talking about.
All of you have the same realization at the same time. As if a lightning strike in your brain. You know that control is watching. But there's always a risk. All those rules that they put in place that you can't do. Why? There must be a reason. And as you think on it, consider it. It's hard to see in the snow, isn't it? The thicker the rain, the denser the snow. It's hard to see what's going on, isn't it?
Oh my god.
What?
So imagine control is listening to a radio transmission. This is static.
The snow?
It's hard enough for us to see. It's hard enough for us to hear.
Why would they want static? Unless they're trying to hide something from us.
Unless they don't have the control they say they have.
That's why they don't want us doing certain things.
Because
Maybe
they lose control?
Yeah.
The more we mess around.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Why else do you think they send us in here for these personalities?
Holy fucking shit. Oh my god, my head's gonna explode.
We're sent in here to clean up people that are making too much of a mess.
We push the limits. We test the boundaries. We see if they have a harder time listening. Now's the time to talk about shit. Not when we first get in here.
Draper kind of folds his arms and looks at Cooper like, awfully conspiratorial of you all of a sudden.
What is it you'd like to talk about, Cooper?
Nothing.
You actually don't feel the way you actually feel, or the way you say you feel, don't you? You're actually scared. You actually want out. You don't like your life. Say it. We're in the static.
I don't like my life, but I'm scared of what's beyond it.
Okay, that's fine. I'm scared too.
I'm scared of what happens if I break the rules. I'm scared of what happens if we fuck around. I'm scared of what happens if we find out. I've been having this dream of fucking Gardner running down an alley and something's chasing him, like the fucking spiders or something.
Harper's eyes just flick over to Draper. She doesn't move, but her eyes just...
I don't know where that came from, but like, if it's enough to scare him, like someone that's supposed to know what they're doing down here, what the fuck are we gonna do if things get really bad?
What do you think Gardner would want for you, Cooper? You think he'd want you to... You think he'd encourage you to just look under every rock and figure it out, or hide your head in the sand?
He's a company man. All of our mentors are. You know what they want for us? They want for us to survive and play the game.
I didn't think of it like that. Like I'm some kind of pawn beyond just then making me do stuff.
We are where we are, and
Cooper,
maybe, yeah.
Look, you feel the same way that Harper does. Harper feels the same way that I do. Harper's just the smart one here that reminded us we need to move up the ranks. If you don't feel comfortable, if you're scared, then that's what we have to do. We have to make an agreement right now that if we never see each other again, we continue to work on moving up that ladder. We don't forget what we originally wanted. The truth.
What if somebody gets hurt?
We're damned regardless.
I just don't want anyone to get hurt.
I don't want anyone to get hurt. Harper, you want someone to get hurt?
No.
Well, then we're all in agreement at least.
All right, we play the game.
We play the game.
We play the game.
And the trolley comes to a stop. The woman in the gray suit stands and gives you a nod and steps off and walks back into town. And everyone will move an item from one container to the next. What do you do?
Shall I go first since I'm the troublemaker always? Does someone else want to get out of here first?
Make a good faith gesture, yeah.
Well, I hope I see you guys again. It's been a lovely time. My favorite part was probably going through that first hole because I didn't know what it was going to be. Any other favorite times? Anyone else have a favorite moment from today?
Cooper's gonna give him a hug again. Fucking stay safe, man.
You too. I'll see you on the other side. I'll pick up the phone and put it to my ear.
Harper.
Make your
No.
Draper will probably laugh as he goes away listening to that conversation, but I'll make my access roll. That's 11 on the dot.
Hell yeah.
You hear the ring and the click, and both of you watch as Agent Draper disappears. Draper, you wake up with a gasp. Not nearly as painful as last time. And your handler and a doctor are next to you. They help you sit up, offer you a glass of water.
I think Draper is uncharacteristically kind to them, almost like with a kind of reverence towards them, thanking them, taking the water, clasping the side of their arm, being unusually friendly.
Cooper? Harper? Who's next?
You want first?
After you.
Okay. All right. You're right behind me, right?
Yes, I'm right behind you.
All right. Here we go. That is also 11 on the dot.
Beautiful. The call connects, and you wake up. Again, not nearly as traumatically as last time. There is no defibrillator. There is no horde of medical professionals. It is just your handler and a doctor help you up, give you a glass of water, and you see Agent Draper sitting up on the slab next to you. Agent Harper.
Yeah. I kind of look up at the snow again. Head in, sigh, pick up the phone.
Go ahead and make your roll.
That is an 11 on the fucking dot.
God dang.
The pact has been sealed.
That's right.
Yeah,
baby.
seriously.
You wake up. You're handed a glass of water. You see Cooper and Draper sitting next to you, both looking just fine.
I just make eye contact with them briefly, cheers, and drink my water.
Beautiful. You're all checked over. You are all returned to your rooms. And that is where we will end this episode. Seven kilometers down the road.
What's a kilometer?
Oh, God. America.